Hey Shields people, we are at Bobcat of Indy in Indianapolis on Bluff Road. We are installing the new Bobcat R polycarbonate window, Shields window. They're being super generous in there in the parts area, letting us take some videos of their installing, taking the glass out and putting our polycarbonate in. This is a really educational video, not just for the Bobcat Rs, but for any Bobcats, any windows that have a gasket. It's gonna have about the same way to install. So enjoy, call us if you have any questions.
Hi guys, so we're inside in the air conditioning. If you can't tell, we're nice and sweaty after Dakota installed our poly door into the new R series for Bobcat. So we have a few quick questions for him. Huge, very grateful, very thankful. So Dakota, first question, basically, can you kind of go through a quick kind of step-by-step guide on how you install a window into a skid steer?
Okay, well first obviously you want to take the door off of the machine. If you get the door shock off, take that off, just leave that on the machine as well.
Okay.
Start with the rubber seal, take that off, it makes it easier to get to all the nuts and bolts and everything. And then I like to start with the wiper and then get those pieces out and get all the nuts and bolts off of the wiper motor. And then you can go either way to the door handle or the hinges, get those bolts off, get all the pins out of it, and then once you're there, you're pretty much pull the glass off and put your new one on.
Okay. So once you get the poly door on, it's kind of like a reverse order for everything,
yes.
Correct? Okay. And so we saw, which we appreciate, we saw with you had the masking on the window and you only took the masking up just as much as you needed to.
Yeah.
Is that something you would recommend other people to do?
I would, so that way you're not, when you're moving all your tools around, you're not scratching up the glass itself. It makes it look nicer once you're all done.
Perfect, I like it.
This is Brad Shields, and I'm here to talk about one of the biggest advantages for using our Shields windshields over glass or any other polycarbonate that's out there. And that's our form, fit, and function. We offer the form, fit, and function of the OEM glass, but we do it in polycarbonate. After our SUPERCOAT's added, you can use your windshield wipers. And if you want to gauge up to 3/8 or 1/2 inch, we'll mill the parts down so you use your 1/4 inch hardware. So it's standard fit, standard form, standard function of glass with all the advantages that polycarbonate and our SUPERCOAT have to offer.
And so once you get it on, it's in, it fits, is there any kind of routine check? You make sure it fits right?
Make sure it fits right. Make sure all your bolts are tight. Check your seal. As you see, I like to go around with a rubber mallet and tap the seal on all the way. Because sometimes if it's not seated on all the way, it will fold over when you go to close it, and it won't close all the way.
Makes sense.
The R-Series door doesn't really have that much of an adjustment to it, but when you're putting the glass on, try and leave most of the bolts loose, so that way you can move the glass around a little bit if you need to.
Okay, that's great. Do you have any other tips and tricks for our customers who are installing it themselves?
Just leave everything loose. If you think the frame's bent, put the glass on, line everything up, and then if it is bent, obviously you need a new frame. If it's not, then start your install.
Okay, awesome. Thank you very much.
No problem. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Kyle Holden. I'm parts manager here at Bobcat of Indy. Our store here, we deal obviously with Bobcats and skid steers, and customers are a little rough on things sometimes, so we try to get them the best quality parts here, and we like to use Shields windshields here rather than our glass.
Do customers ever come in, what kind of questions do they usually ask when talking about glass versus polycarbonate? Or concerns?
Yeah, main concern is scratching, which I've never had a complaint from a Shields windshield on scratching. I mean, obviously they're better than glass, withstanding hits and impacts, and with the beveled edges and stuff you guys can do with the wiper motors and stuff, it's as easy as putting in a new piece of glass.
Awesome. Well, we appreciate you guys taking care of us and having us come up here.